καλαμάρι ψητό, grilled καλαμάρι. Με χόρτα, από τον κήπο.
Hello, we're located in the Vrukunda area in Agios Ioannis in Vrukunda for the festival, the local festival of the Olympos in Karpathos. We see Evangelia, a local girl who lives here all year round, wearing the traditional costume dress. Is made handmade from the women in the village of Olympos. They handmade and embroider all this stuff by themselves, and they wear it with a pride for many years now, many decades and many centuries. We hope it stays for more years. Thank you, Evangelia. Traditional lukumades. It's a local taste delicacy made of dough and topped with almonds and honey, local honey and cinnamon. And we serve it in ceremonies, weddings and celebrations and festivals. And we'll taste it later here in Vrukunda of Olympos Karpathos. Hello from Menetes village, a traditional village, and now we see the local women in a traditional bakery. They're making the silokulura. It's a local delicacy that we serve in celebrations, weddings and in local ceremonies, in panegyria and festivals. They're handmade and made with dough and from wheat and some sesame and herbs, local herbs. Very tasty.
Stop. Now we are recording a very important thing, and this is important for animals also, because animals need water, yes? Animals need water to survive and to wash themselves, because some of them, they are very dirty. Then, why is it so important to choose our clothes carefully? Because when we choose something which is better quality, not like for mass fashion, first of all, it lasts longer. Secondary, we use less water. And also people who were were working during production of unique things, handmade things, they usually are treated better. What I started to looking for, because many companies right now, they say, oh, we are sustainable. I don't give a fuck about if they are sustainable. For me, the most important is if they are transparent, because in my opinion now we have a crisis in the world of integrity and transparency. Because many people, from politicians to big companies, they promise we are sustainable, but when they ask them about change and ask them, show me if you keep promises, if this, for example, clothes are really recycled, because this is one more problem. Many companies say, oh, this is recycled. And at the end, only 1% of things are recycled. Most of things, especially which contain polyester, they are sent to poor countries in Africa. They pretend that this is humanitarian action, and at the end, they create big mountains of waste, and they devastate nature and climate also. And this is like a closed circle instead of like circular economy, because when we buy, for example, from someone who is producing by handmade, yes, and then the animals are suffering also, yes, yes. And when we buy from someone who is making something handmade, like we have bags from Colombia which are made sometimes for 3 weeks, the circular economy, why is so interesting? Because we can support community which is creating this. This woman for this money can send children to school. They can have also water. In the same time, we can have unique, beautiful object, and yes, and create difference. Because as customers, I believe that we have a power.
That's very important to
We
say.
can make a choice. We can choose to buy in big company which is cheating us and sucking money from us and treating people like a shit and using a lot of water. Or we can support someone's small business and create difference. And of course, now still we are struggling. I'm thinking all the time how to, for example, produce things which are like healthy, which are using less water and have good prices. Because I do understand that this is what, especially during crisis, people are struggling with. That some of them, they have limited resources, and if, for example, something costs big money, and they have family, it's difficult for them to make a right choice. Then this is what I also believe, that governments can support small companies which produce like right and make right choices, that have good values, and maybe give them smaller taxes and bigger taxes to these other companies, and show them that it's a good deal to produce or to improve technology, because this is also what can change in the world. If we there will be invented new technology of producing like cotton or producing some fabrics in better way for all of us, and when we use less water, everything change. That I really believe that this can change a lot. If big companies like H&M will be more transparent, or Zara, and instead they invest money in something which is good for all of us.
Which is the best fabric to choose?
Hemp.
Can you say that again?
Hemp.
I've never heard that about it. Why not?
I'm sorry. Maradona, now I'm talking about your future also. Dogs need water. Hemp is like marijuana leaves, yeah? And we can produce from hemp unbelievable things, because what is very interesting, when we produce from hemp something, first of all, we have sun protection, huge sun protection, because hemp protects our skin. Secondary, when we sweat, it regulates our nervous system. Even by wearing hemp, it regulates our nervous system. Then this fabric is used a very small amount of water to produce. It's the process is very eco-friendly. Then this is the best direction, I think. Hemp. And also
how do you write this?
H-E-M-P. Hemp.
Okay. Where do you find products from hemp made by hemp?
Just looking for products. We're gonna have also products in the future from hemp, and also from eco-friendly, like cotton, more like we are like looking. Oh, what is also very good, we can also looking for vintage fabrics and using them to produce new clothes. This is also because we are not producing more, and vintage, as we know right now, it's quite popular, and it's possible to find amazing pieces instead of like buying more new stuff and producing like this big mountains of waste. That what we are trying to do. we are trying also to produce from beautiful like fabrics. For example, even I'm looking sometimes for very old fabrics from the beginning of the century, and to produce jackets, to produce something which is really, really beautiful and unique.
How do you get along with Greek customers? Do they appreciate sustainability and fair trade? Do they understand this concept?
We have different customers from all around the world, and what I found that more and more people are interested in unique like things which are handmade, and what is interesting for them, and what I try to do my best is transparency, that we can show people who is doing our scarves. We have movies, how much we pay to these people, what kind of colors they use, who they support, and this is, and I found more and more people interested in this, because this makes sense. Because it's like the same with small cafes. When during pandemic we changed approach, we started to go more to local business to support these beautiful places which had such a difficult time. And now I believe when we are in the middle of the crisis, we can support each other so much like this, buying from small business to small business, and one lady can do like beautiful scarf, like by crochet or like sewing something. We can buy. I prefer to buy from them than from like big companies. That, yeah. And I really found out that customers are really interested more and more, because people wants to know. People wants to know, and if we treat seriously also this problem of water, then we will be more conscious about our decisions.
Do you want to say a few things about the electricity, the cold weather, and what kind of clothes do you plan to do next?
You know, I realize one thing, that in front of us there are quite difficult times, because the bills of electricity, the bills of gas are rising. There is inflation in the market. It's very difficult time for all of us. That what is important for all of us to, as I said, to support each other, support small businesses, but also to keep ourselves warm. Why? Because when we gonna have like limited heating in our houses, our body will use a lot of energy to keep ourselves warm, and then we can feel tired, we can feel overwhelmed easily. Then what we try to do and prepare for winter, we are creating like a collection right now for like special like things to make ourselves warm at home. And then slowly we're gonna post information also about this. Special like socks, special like special jackets, special that we can use them at home and feel very comfortable, cozy and warm. Yeah, this is because this is how I was thinking, that when I go to my mom, she has such a big house, and we want to sit together, and we can sit together in these jackets, in these things. Yeah.
Do you think that this the upcoming winter is going to be cold, for that people will not be able to afford electricity and gas? Because
I already hear that the bills rises for many people a lot, and they are worrying a lot. And because I have experience in communism. In communism, we sometimes had only few hours of electricity in Poland. We had also problems with heating. And we learned one thing, that when we gather together in, for example, one room, we heat this room, and we talk with each other, we like eat together, and we spend more time together, it's easier to go through difficult time. It's easier when we are together. And I believe that this time is gonna force us one more time to be less maybe in mobiles and to more together, which is beneficial. Yeah.
But the pandemic made us be very separately,
Yeah.
and now
And now I think this crisis can really
Bring us- connect us.
Because this is what is very interesting also. Do you know why they built first churches?
Why?
Romanian churches, they had no windows, and they were like usually to gather people together, and people were warming up together and spending time together. This is why they connect
In
together.
churches?
Yes, in these churches. There was not even about like prayers, about anything like this. It was more to connect together, to warm up like a birds together. Then I believe that this is really important, because our body creates energy, and when we sit together and we hug together, it's warmer. And you know, any crisis, what I learned in my life, any crisis doesn't last forever. It can be 1 year, maybe 2, but we're gonna go through this. And what they noticed in 1929, when there was the biggest crisis in the market, people were jumping from the buildings because they were losing companies. Those people who invest a lot in their relations and their values were not connected with money, they were value more like human connection, they were value more creativity, they went through this crisis better. And when people value only money and status, when they were losing everything, they were losing themselves also. The stress was too big.
I see. Interesting. Thank you, Magdalena.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ah. Would you like to say a few things about the Two Gods villas? How did you come to the idea to create the villas here, to buy this property here and to create the villas?
So Bruce and I travel to Greece every September and spend the whole month in Greece for a holiday. And we'd go to 3 different islands, and then we decided we wanted to make a bed and breakfast somewhere, something small. We were originally going to do it in the Caribbean because we were also very familiar with the Caribbean and traveled extensively there. And then we realized, let's do something completely different. And we love Greece so much, so we said, let's do it in Greece. So we kept traveling to September, and then we started coming in May and spending 2 weeks and going to a couple different islands. So we were up to 18 islands, and we said, let's pick an island and do it, and let's make it work. So it all came together then when we started asking questions about, is there property for sale, and we had already made several contacts and friends here, and they were very helpful. So, and what sealed it is we were considering Karpathos and also the island Ikaria. The two, we liked them, were two, we had to narrow the list down, and then what did it was the people here. Everyone here is, everybody's always been very kind and nice to us. When we were tourists, once we started moving here, once we bought a business, everything, everyone has always been, it's the kindest people in the world to me. It's, you know, that's what did it for us, is the people. Yeah, the natural beauty is what attracted us to the island, but the people make it perfect.
I see.
You have the nature, you have the sea, it's untouched, it's not spoiled with anything. It's not spoiled with tourism, it's not spoiled with anything else. It's just beautiful place and good people. Some of to me, the nicest people we've ever encountered in the world in all of our travels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's honest. If we need anything, we can ask anybody, any of our neighbors or friends or anybody, and they can help us. So
Yes, make a wish island. I know that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So it's our home now. We live here all year round, and we wanted to make something small. It's more personalized. We didn't want it to be bigger. We have a little bit more land we can build on, but we said this is it. We like just the 4 villas. We try to provide a very good experience for the guests and treat everyone like a VIP or like our top client. Everyone gets, special service, and we're more personalized, and it's, we like it the way it is, and we like it. I think we've created something special for our guests, and we want to share it with them.
So you're happy and the guests are happy, everybody's happy.
Yes, it's perfect for us. What we've done, we're completely happy. There's nothing we want to change. We don't want anything more. We don't want to. We didn't come here to get rich and make things big or anything. We want to just. It was important for us to have the villas blend into the nature, and not be just. For us, it wasn't here to be something we were looking to make money. We needed to make a living, yes. So of course, yes, we do have to make money, but just to live, we don't. Like I said, we didn't come to get rich or anything like that. It was just, so we wanted something that fits in, that's natural, that belongs here, and that we can live at all year round and feel comfortable, and we want the guests as well to feel comfortable. And we like what we do. That's the other thing, is we really enjoy what we do. We like it. It's not work to us. It's more...
Exactly.
We enjoy the months we're open. We look forward to it when we're closed. So it's nice. Every day we get up and it's nice. We like it.
Wow. Yeah. Can you say a few words about how do you come to the idea to choose this name, 2 gods? This is very interesting for me.
Well, for us, we couldn't name it something Greek because we're not Greek. We could, but it's easier since we're not Greek, and we don't speak so much Greek. So we wanted it to be also something that people remembered and that was noticeable and different. And we always thought about, when we come to Karpathos, when you travel around the island, you see goats everywhere. Either the goats sitting in the restaurants or by the tavernas down by the sea. You see them sometimes down by the sunbeds. You see them on the road. You see them all up in Olympus. In this village, we see them everywhere. And we thought, okay, there's 2 of us. And we're kind of like goats because we like to go wherever we want and do whatever we want to do and travel and explore. And that's, to me, what a goat is somebody they're explorers. They're always everywhere. Yeah. So, yes, that's how we came up with it.
That's the spirit.
Yes.
I see. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Sure. Trying to wait for you.
Now it's your interview.
Mine already.
So what I was saying is, we closed up shop in America. We sold everything and moved here, and we don't regret 1 minute. It's been absolutely fantastic. We love this island. We love this island. The people have been so welcoming. It's beautiful. It's really fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, we've done my hair.